And back in 1970, it was the toss. The toss play used to be the thing. You don't see as much of this nowadays. It's early in the game. Maybe it's something you wanted to show. Or, listen, maybe defensively this is something you need to start focusing on.
Sellers from the gun on third down. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Such a nice job at pass protection. You got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fella a little while to get to that area of the field, so you got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from. And all five guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem beautifully. That's what really allowed that play to work.
Throws for the tight end. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play, an interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
Release to the back. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Took it all the way back to the house.
I mean, you talk about coming out of the defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick six on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ballgame.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Runs through a tackle. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Guys, look at this. They're surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Sellers to throw for it on fourth. Under fire. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's fourth and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give to the back. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. Quarterback making checks. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost.
And And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after.
Looking for the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Notre Dame. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
The returner will field it and bring it back. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Sellers. He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to run it. And a flag flies as the pass is incomplete. Let's see who it's on. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. The run inside. It's Thomas. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Quarterback extends the play. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Touchdown! Welcome to Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska. No home field advantage in this one, just a great stage for a neutral site showdown. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Ole Miss Rebels. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Hollywood with the latest on the weather.
Thanks, guys. Coach Golding told me before the game, one thing he's got his eyes on, the weather. We weren't sure what to expect today, but this weather has turned out to be beautiful. He said that will have a great impact and be a benefit to his team here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Rebels ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. On the move. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He wants to change this route. Looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He'll try to do it himself. He slides past the 1st down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long.
Now, on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Running inside. It's Sutton.
And we kind of wondered coming into this game, do they want to run it up the middle? Do they want to run it near that big fella at defensive tackle? Because he's a grown man, makes plays all over the field. They try him early. I wonder if they'll keep trying it, because we haven't seen a lot of people.
Turning on the Jets. Running inside the 20. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Got it. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Here comes the heat. Hit as he throws. The short hand, it's Robinson. After the filthy move, he's got room. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
And the one thing the D coordinator really harped on this week was tackling the catch. They knew this guy was going to get his touches, but they had to get him down and limit the yards after catch. They're not getting it done there. They've got to do a better job in the back end of getting tackles.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Ole Miss calls its 2nd timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. after the incompletion. Back to the passing game. Finds his man. It's Johnson. Tough to make a living as an offense converting on 3rd and 10, but they'll try it here. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. What a grab in the end zone for 6. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he puts through the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running to the left. There he goes. Got enough for the first. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground from the offense. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. To the air, it's Mayava. It's complete to the left. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here. I'm looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Back to pass. Escapes the pressure going right. He'll pull it down and run. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Well, he hasn't called his own number very often in this game. That actually is the first time he's taken off and scrambled, but it was a really good decision. He's been killing this defense through the air You've seen the arm talent, you've seen the accuracy. That time, really nice decision to tuck it and get what he can get. He's got this defense on their heels.
Hey, even those balls that are thrown near the line of scrimmage, they're going to the running backs and to the tight ends, those small passes can go for big gains. Great job getting the mitts up in the air and deflecting that football.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Unloads to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
You just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. The second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door 1st and goal.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Rebels.
And the running game is so important when you get inside that 10-yard line and that field starts to shrink. And it's so nice to have a back with some physicality. Great job running the football, using that stiff arm, finishing the run, and getting in the end zone.
On the run from inside his 25. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down. Moving away from pressure. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Second down, he'll throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now in this drive. Sacked 1st down, just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They're working that left side. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch and really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. They'll move the tight end. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Hoping to move the chains. Here comes Notre Dame on 4th. Wants to adjust the pattern. Motion from the back. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Becker. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. They just keep firing. Makes the catch. On the move at the 30. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Notre Dame comes to the line. That last completion giving them a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Fires quickly. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
And man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
And now a chance to pull even. First and goal as we get late in the first half. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The offense changing the play. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
That is exactly how you want to end halves. Put a drive together, score the touchdown, a chance to tie this up, and take all the momentum into halftime.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? To throw, it's Mayava. Gonna let it fly. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that.
Makes a deep grab. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Touchdown, Rebels! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Rebels offense is back on the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. So this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Back to throw, it's Mayava. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's Cobb. Finding some room. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Sends it downfield. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
The defense has not had an answer for this guy today. Already over 150 yards receiving. That time, the ball falls incomplete, but we haven't seen that happen too often today.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He's not afraid to go deep. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
That just could not have gone any worse for the offense, guys. Not only are you dropping the ball on 4th down, you dropped a touchdown. That should be 6 on the board. You need players to step up and make plays in those.
Maybe a crease. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. They get him before he gets started this time and knock him down in the backfield. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get into play immediately.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He might want another play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. quarterback gets the first down. Turning it on. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air, it's Mayava. Pressure coming. It's complete to the right. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Wants to throw on first down. Chunked it away just as he was hit.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Caught over the middle. It's Riley. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Nice play. And this running back showing you why he truly is a three-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. And when you get this guy the football in space in the perimeter of the field, he's got the wiggle and he's got the power to break tackles from the secondary. That's why this guy has an opportunity to play at the next level.
We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth, all tied up. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Going for it all. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Finds his big tight end. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out and you can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic.
Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they've moved out front here in the fourth. The Rebels surge back on top. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the capper a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. pick up a 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Might be changing the route. Back to pass on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sutton. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Right down the middle. Makes a connection. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Now from inside the red zone. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Complete. And he'll be brought down.
And talk about stepping up at a huge moment of the game. This guy's been relatively quiet throughout the game, but here in a 2-minute situation, he makes arguably the biggest play of the game so far for his offense. Nice job.
Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. In the red area, it's Sutton. They're going to mark him down, and where that spot is looks as if it's going to be just a hair short of the first down. Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, going to the air. Converts on 4th down, still going. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. He's looking to throw. Into the end zone. And the pass is caught for a touchdown. And it looks as if we could be headed to overtime.
And they desperately needed that touchdown. Now it's miracle time. We got to kick this onside kick and somehow find a way to boot a long field goal and maybe win this thing at the buzzer.
And they're going to go for 2 and try to decide it right now. Slams it ahead. He will be stopped short of the goal line. The big gamble to take the lead with the 2-point conversion attempt does not pay off. bringing it back. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And they'll take a knee. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might